This is the Crozier Gymnasium in North Andover, Massachusetts, the site of tonight's game between the Dracut Middies and the Scarlet Knights of North Andover High School. Hello, and welcome to another edition of Scarlet Knights basketball. Sam Murray and Bill Robert here to bring you the call as we get set to watch some girls basketball.
Well, hey, Bill. So Coach Jess Davini's squad is already showing improvement from last season, as their current 6-5 record will attest. Last year, the girls were only able to manage just 5 wins. And this season, they're just past the halfway point and have already eclipsed that mark. And Bill, talking to Coach Davini and the players right as their season began, they already kind of seemed confident that they'd be able to do that. I spoke to the captain, Sarah Melody, Nora Connors, and Caitlin Panos. And when I asked them, is the state tournament in their cards, they said, well, yeah, we're going to make the state tournament. Enough said, which has since become sort of a catchphrase for the team. But they are returning 10 players this year. They have a couple young players that are really starting to make an impact, at this point in the season. So, I mean, they've already eclipsed their win total from last season. And, I think the sky is the limit for them.
Meanwhile, the record for the visiting Dracut Middies is almost the same as North Andover. You just have to invert it. The Middies have 5 victories this season against 6 losses, and I'm sure head coach Peter Woods would like nothing more than to see both teams leave tonight at 6-6. Now, Dracut, the funny thing is contrasting Dracut with North Andover, not just the record, but as far as another thing that seems inverted is the structure of upperclassmen and lowerclassmen. Looking at the Scarlet Knights, they've got 7 seniors on the squad this year, a couple of juniors, 1 sophomore, and 3 freshmen. Meanwhile, you look at Dracut's team, they've got 3 seniors and 1 junior, 5 sophomores, 6 freshmen on this team tonight.
Yeah, so it really is going to be a battle of the old and the young, maybe a changing of the guard for the MVC, in regards to Dracut's able to get this win because North Andover comes in, they have all those upperclassmen, they have really that, players that have been there in the league, and Dracut is a team on the rise. And girls basketball is on tap next, Dracut against North Andover, and you'll see it right here on Scarlet Knights basketball.
They're just about set to tap it off now, and it goes up, and here we go. We've got some basketball. Dracut's going to get it first. Making a drive for the basket there is number 5 for the Middies. That would be Ashley Talbot, and it looks like we've got a quick whistle, and North Andover will get the ball.
I can't think of a better way for Dracut if you wanted to just start off the game right there, get the tip, and just go up for the basket right there.
But also, when you get an opportunity like that, you have to cash it in, too. Yeah. As now they bring it up the floor, the Scarlet Knights, and with it right now, that is number 4. That's Hannah Martin, the star freshman. She gets it over now to Caitlin Panos. Panos puts it up from 3, bounces off the backboard, and goes back in, and tipped back in. That was, I believe that was number 12, El Diego.
Yeah, and just speaking with the coaches prior to the season, I mean, Coach Davini said that Elda Diego was a big part of this team because she had torn her ACL previously, and coming back, making a huge impact early on. That's huge.
Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a serious injury. And there's a foul called. North Andover is going to be getting the ball. And so they'll be tossing it right now. North Andover leads by a score of 2-0. And let's see, who will she inbound it to? Going back, that's Connors. Connors for 3. Bang! Connors, quick 3. And all of a sudden, North Andover is up 5-0. Dracut looking to come through right now with it there. That's number 11. That's Aelise Alcazar. There we go. Going in now. Oh, and They went for the shot there. Tatiana Fevry trying under the basket, trying to get the layup. It just did not fall.
And that's one area North Andover's going to struggle is on the glass tonight. They're a relatively small team. They make up for it by playing with, forcing turnovers early on and really trying to control that aspect. So just watch out for that.
Once again comes out Alcazar, gets 2. Drake gets on the board.
And that's where players like El Diego really come into play. They got to control that area down low, control the paint.
With it now is Panos. Panos just dribbling, looking to move it down further. The pass goes to, that's Martin. Martin tries to get around. Looking for a shot, can't quite get it. And Dracut's going to take over now. With it there, that's Ashley Talbot for the Middies. Talbot dribbling, passes off. That's Fevry now. Fevry. And we got a foul, I believe.
Oh, no, that was a traveling call.
Oh, that's a traveling call. Okay, sorry about that. So Scarlet Knights will get the ball once again. And Panos will pass it off now to Nora Connors. Connors has 3 points so far in this one. She's got that nice 3 from way downtown. That wasn't even close to the line. She was way out. And it goes over now, and that's El Diego once again. Gets it over to Sarah Melody. Melody going in, passes back out. Diego over 2. And going up is Panos. Panos bounces off the back of the rim. Up, and the rebound taken there by Alcazar, who brings it up now, and that's Fevry with it now.
I like the ball movement, though. Got to keep the ball moving, keep obviously the middies on their feet.
Yep. And that one's going from 3. That's an air ball. That's going to fall way short. And who touched it first? And it's going to be North Andover who touched it last.
Oh, and Panos wants that back. She touched that even though it was going to be their ball going out of bounds.
Right, yep. So Fevry will put it in now. Tatiana Fevry for the Dracut Middies. Fevry will just pass it off. Back to Fevry now. From number 24, that's Nikki Anderson. Back to Anderson now. Anderson puts it out. Back to Anderson. Anderson, big shot up. 3, and she hits it. Scores all knotted up at 5 apiece now between the Scarlet Knights and the Middies, and the Scarlet Knights bring it back up the floor. That's Panos. Big pass there in for Hannah Whipple. Back out to Whipple now. Panos back to Whipple. Whipple puts it up from 3, and that bounces off the rim and out, and Fevry picks up the rebound, and here come the Middies over the timeline. Stops at the arc, looking to go deep. And that ball's taken away, but then I believe she kicked it out of bounds, so it'll be Dracut ball. I believe that was Hannah Whipple. She got the steal, but then it went off her foot and rolled out of bounds. So Fevry will put it back in. She gets the pass off now, and that's over to Talbot. Talbot outside. Back in now. That's Alcazar with it. Alcazar up and off, and who's going to get the rebound? Nobody. And it looks like we've got a foul. And it looks like North Andover is going to get the ball.
And that was great defense by Whipple. Again, the Knights lack the height as composed to Dracut. And, how can they make up for it? By playing tenacious defense and really trying to frustrate the Middies.
And now they're going back on offense as Panos brings it over the timeline. She stops. She passes over down to Melody. Melody over to Whipple. Whipple. Stop. Passes out now. Connors trying for another 3. And that clanks off the rim. And out comes now to the opposite number 5, Ashley Talbot. Talbot pass over. And let's see. They go back now. Inside. Alcazar hits. Alcazar with the bucket there. Now it's 7-5. Dracut taking the lead.
And look for Dracut to do that all night. I'm sorry, Bill, but look for Dracut to do that all night. They know that they can control the paint. They're going to feed her as much as they can.
As we tried to get a little effort there from that was Hannah Martin, tried to dribble around Fevry, got tripped. So it'll be a foul on Dracut, and it's going to be inbounded by Caitlin Panos. And let's see, she gets it to Melody now. Back to Panos. Panos now just dribbling, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it over now to Melody. I'm sorry, that's Whipple. Back out now. And from 3, hits! Number 15, that's Katie Roby. North Andover back on top. And there's a steal down low. Pass goes over again, and we've got a whistle. As Roby puts the Scarlet Knights back up, 8-7.
And how about this? Coach Davini really imploring the full court defense early on. I like that move.
Yeah, you definitely get the full court press in there. Let's see here. With it now is Fevry. Fevry will pass it off. Her pass in. Little too much mustard on it. Goes off a couple of hands. And the pass goes down. Melody down low. Outside. Big shot. Bang! Another three-pointer. That was Hannah Martin with that one there. It's 11-7 now in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And at that point, the Dracut coach is going to put the hands together and call for a timeout.
And how about that? Give a Tommy point to Sarah Melody. On the ground, passes it over to the open player right there. Boom, 3. Gotta love to see that.
Looks like Melody's got a rhythm. And they're playing with harmony, so there we go. We've got them all covered. And speaking of harmony, here a little Seven Nation Army coming from the North Andover Pep Band, parked up at the stands there. So far, what have you seen? You've covered a few games from this team. What have you seen so far from this girls' team for the Scarlet Knights that impresses you?
I think just in general this season, from what I've seen, again, I think I mentioned this early on, but they lack the height really compared to other teams to make up for by playing hard. You know, they never take a play off, and they're really just, you know, kind of that pesky little, you know, team that can really force turnovers, and that's what they're doing tonight. They've already had a couple turnovers, just imploring that obviously full court, you know, defensive press right there, and I've seen that so far from this team.
And they're coming back out now. Who's it there? Once again, Fevry will take it out, and she gets it to Alcazar, and here come the middies with it now. That is Talbot once again. Talbot passes out. Another 3. They go up with that one. That's going to fall well short, taken by the Scarlet Knights, and they'll bring it right back up.
Teams are really going for that 3-point offense early on so far.
Yeah, they're bombing a lot of shots in here. And there's another one going in, and another one there. And I think that's Connors again, so that's her second 3. 14-7 now. And that's the other thing, you know, if you don't have the height to bang and compete inside, as long as you can hit it from outside, you're good
and
as it goes around.
And this North Andover team does that a lot. They take a lot of 3s.
Yeah, and once again, Alcazar tries with a shot, goes low. I believe it was blocked on the way in. And now North Andover with it once again. That's Caitlin Panos bringing it through. She will pass it up, getting it over to, now that's Whipple. Back to, actually, that's Roby. Roby trying for another 3 there. And she doesn't get it, and then a little action underneath the rim, going for the rebound.
One thing I picked up from this team is that they really have the captains in, and then they really go by committee. You know, whether that's Elda Diago or whether that's Katie Roby, you know, they really have that one player really cemented as that kind of, you know, rotating position.
The last foul was called against North Andover. It was inbounded by Fevry, and then we've got another whistle. And it looks like it's another foul, so the Scarlet Knights racking up some fouls early on. Got to watch out for that. Fevry now, she passes off to Alcazar. That's almost stolen, but they're able to move it up now. This is Talbot with it now. Talbot, pass out wide. She's going underneath now, and she's going for the shot. That was number 15. That's Cameron Watkins. And she's going to get to go to the line.
A lot of fouls called on early on. You really hope that the refs don't really take away from this game and, you know, continue to call foul after foul. It just really it slows down the tempo of the game, and you don't like to see that.
And let's see, the first one does not go. Dracut's still at 7 right now. North Andover at 14. And so another shot now to Watkins. And clanks it off the front of the rim. And they've got it back, though. And Watkins has it again. She's trying to move in. Pass over, and oh, that is turned over. And here come the Scarlet Knights. And Connors just gets it out to Panos. Panos, big pass, goes past everybody. And that's going to be out of bounds, which means Dracut will get it, and they'll have to move all the way back down the court.
Oh, but how about that defense by Elda Diago? Really, she took away that passing lane, and as she's diving to the ground, gets the pass off. Beautiful defense right there.
Nicely done. And Dracut with it now is Talbot. Nice going behind her back. She almost lost it, but she's able to maintain control. And she passes out wide now. With it there, that's Brody Gannon, number 25. With it now, that's 15 once again, that's Watkins. Watkins going up for it. Oh, just off the side of the rim. And here come the Scarlet Knights and Caitlin Panos once again.
That was another solid defensive possession by Diago there.
I'm sorry, that wasn't Panos. That was number 4. That's Hannah Martin. Martin now passes out wide, and that's Whipple. Whipple bounces it off the rim. And trying to get it there was Alcazar. She hits the deck.
But how about Alcazar right there? Really boxed out Katie Roby on that one. Really was able to establish that rebound and get a foul in the process.
Indeed, and once again, Dracut rewarded with the ball here, as will be put back in. I believe that's going to be number 25, Brody Gannon. And that, turned over. North Andover's got it now. And with it there, there's Jackie Rogers, number 21. Now she gets it to Martin. Martin puts a shot up. It goes off the front of the rim. And here comes the middies now. Chance for a fast break. Going in there, Talbot, that bounces off and comes out. And it's taken away there by Diego. And she gets it back to Hannah Martin, and Martin will bring it up the floor now.
How about this North Andover lineup? They have their 3 freshmen in right now: Hannah Martin, Jackie Rogers, and Ella Flanagan.
And there's a stoppage in play as a stray basketball winds up on the floor. So the Knights will take it in. Inbounding it will be Nora Connors. The way she's going tonight, she could probably just shoot it from there.
Yeah, she's really.
Actually, is that allowed? Can you actually inbound it and just take the shot while you're inbounding it?
Well, it might as well be 4 points at that point.
Yeah. And going in now and blocked in front there. Going for it there at number 30. That's Ella Flanagan. And battle for it under the basket. And it looks like it's going to be going Dracut's way once again.
But I'm looking at this lineup that North Andover has right now, and they have the 3 freshmen, El Diego, who's a sophomore, and then Nora Connors. It really shows how Davini is committed to her young players early on in this game.
Yep. Pass ahead now, and it goes to, hold on. It goes to Emma Felker now. Felker passes over to Gannon. And pass back now to, I believe that's Ashley Cox, number 4. It is indeed. Now Abigail Sancartier has it. She passes it off. And goes back to Gannon. Gannon tries to put it up. Nothing doing. Gets blocked. Goes out. And North Andover will get the ball. And once again, Connors will pass off. And with it now, that's Hannah Martin. Big pass by Martin there. Looking for, they get it to the edge now. Try to get it over to Flanagan. Down to Martin. And once again, we got a whistle. And let's see. Whistle just as Martin was starting her rush toward the shot. So it'll be a foul. So I believe it's going to be a foul against Dracut. So North Andover will inbound it.
That's already 4 fouls on Dracut right now. They got to be careful. They don't want to get into that bonus early on in the game because that's going to cost them.
Well, the Knights have a bunch of fouls on their side too. As Panos has it now. And there's Flanagan back to Panos. Panos going in underneath, puts it up, and dribbles out. And they tried to put in the rebound, and we've got what appears to be a foul call. And it was in the act of shooting, so we're going to have a Scarlet Knight going up to the charity stripe.
And that was Jackie Rogers. She crashed the glass on that one after Panos' missed layup opportunity right there. And she gets a chance for 2. Davini's got to love that.
Actually, I think that's Flanagan. I think that's
excuse
30.
me, yes. Flanagan.
Yep. Up we go. Hits!
Nonetheless, a freshman, though. That's got to earn her some brownie points for the team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So there she goes now. 15-7 in favor of North Andover. Can she pop this one too? Yes! So 16-7 now in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And here comes Dracut right up the floor. They try the fast break, and that pass had a little too much mustard on it. They tried to get it over, but they couldn't. They had a player waiting there and just couldn't do it.
Well, see, Dracut tried to go for the fast break on that because North Andover really sat back, so they tried to exploit it. And of course, when you're on the fast break, there's a chance you're going to, obviously make some mistakes on that one.
A little
so
too much
North
adrenaline
Andover
and
for
just
that.
yeah.
Exactly.
And the pass goes now, and putting it up. Nope, goes off and bounces out and comes back now. And Panos has it. Panos pass over to that's Flanagan once again. Flanagan going underneath, tries to put it up, bounces off, and we've got a big collision there. And who's going to get the benefit of this ruling?
Looks like Jackie Rogers on that foul.
Okay, so the adjudication going the way of North Andover, which means that Dracut will get the ball back.
And she tried to crash the glass on that one, trying to go for the offensive rebound. Instead, got a little too costly on that one, ended up bumping into the player. That's a no-go.
Yeah, so both of these teams so far have racked up a whole bunch of fouls. And so to inbound it for the middies will be Brody Gannon. And the pass goes to number 5. That's Talbot. Talbot almost had it taken away. And I believe, have we got a call for reaching in?
I believe we do.
Yep.
Unfortunately, when you're trying to steal the ball, you can't linger around there, and that's what Flanagan tried to do. If you continue to linger around there, really make it known that you're trying to go for that steal, refs are going to call that every time.
And Talbot now going to the charity stripe.
Something tells me this game is going to be won by who hits the most free throws in this one, because
so.
we've seen a lot.
Goes up and hits.
Game might be won from the charity stripe.
All right, so right now North Andover doubling up Dracut 16-8 as Talbot gets set to take her second free throw. Boom, right in. 16-9 now in favor of the North Andover Scarlet Knights, and with it now, that's Caitlin Panos again. Panos, pass over, and trying to get it there, that's Rogers. Pass back out, and let's see with it there, that's Panos. Panos just lifting it up there, and that one goes out the bottom of the backboard. And one of the Scarlet Knights, I think that was Connors pointing, it went off her, went off her. And indeed, that appears to be the decision.
But how about these two freshmen, Flanagan and Rogers? They're really crashing the glass.
Yeah. I bet you Coach Davini likes what she sees out of them. And we got a pass over to Panos, but then another whistle. And
needs to be a turnover on the Knights.
yeah, Connors not terribly happy with the proceedings, but she'll go with it. And once again, inbound, it'll be Brody Gannon for Dracut. And let's see, oh, that's given right away, and we've got a foul.
And that was Connor, so how about that? Not happy about that call, so what does she do? Tries to go over the steal, tries to make up for it,
yeah.
being like, wait a minute, ball don't lie.
Yep. And so now it's going to be Connors with it once again.
If you want to talk about the heart of a team, you know, really what makes up a team, look no further than Nora Connors. I mean, she's constantly diving on the ground for the ball, you know, really trying to take that extra initiative, never takes a play off. Really the glue behind this North Andover team.
Second free throw. First, there we go. That one hits. 17 now for the Scarlet Knights, 9 for the Dracut Middies. And there we go. That's the end of the first quarter. And the score stands right now, the North Andover Scarlet Knights 17 and the Dracut Middies 9. You're watching Scarlet Knights basketball. We'll be back with second quarter action next. Stay with us right here on Cam Sports.
Highlights,
Oh, beautiful. Headed in, and that's a goal!
scores, and more.
I personally think it's going really well.
That's what you'll find on Scarlet Knights Sports Scene, a bi-weekly look at North Andover High School athletics presented by Cam Sports. Tune in to Cam Ed Monday and Wednesday nights at 6 and Fridays and Sundays at noon, or watch the show on YouTube. You'll see what's happening with the Scarlet Knights. We'll show you the big games, the major highlights, and the people that make North Andover High School sports oh so special. Cam Sports volunteers and high school parents go to the games and bring the action and the stories back to you. I'm Sam Murray. Join me for highlights, scores, and more on Scarlet Knights Sports Scene presented by Cam Sports. Watch it Monday and Wednesday nights at 6 and Fridays and Sundays at noon on Cam Ed, Channel 99 on Comcast Xfinity and Channel 28 on Verizon Fios. Or check it out on our YouTube channel.
All right, back to action here as bringing it up right now. That's Talbot gets it over to Fevry now. Fevry moving in, and we've got a foul. Another foul, I believe, on the Scarlet Knights. So,
And with that foul, that should be foul number 7. So Dracut goes to the bonus right here where they go for one-on-one. So
wow.
Early on in the second quarter, you really don't like to see that if you're the Knights.
No, you don't. Tatiana Fevry going up to the line now for the Dracut Middies. And Roby, I believe, had the foul assist against her. And goes up, and there we go. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Finally goes down. So that's another point for the Middies. So they added to the Nets 17 to 10.
I'd like to re-up my previous comment in the first quarter where I said this game's going to be won on free throws. I'd like to reiterate that this game will be won on free throws.
And let's see, that one goes wide. It's picked up by Connors, and the Scarlet Knights bring it back up now. She gets it over to Caitlin Panos. Panos over the timeline. Big pass, looking forward, getting her target, and then trying to move toward the hoop was one of the Scarlet Knights. I believe that was Melody, and she bumped into Fevry. We've been calling that name a lot tonight, Tatiana Fevry.
Yeah, she's been everywhere. Really a spark plug for the for the Middies.
It's one of the crew of sophomores with this club. And going to the line now, that'll be Melody.
Yeah, and now Dracut's in the bonus too. So a lot more free throws coming up.
Here we go. And let's see. Up it goes. Nope. And Dracut takes the rebound, and with it now, that's Talbot once again. Big pass up. And she's just going to put it up for 3, and that's going to bounce up and out, and nope. Rebound, still no. Another rebound. I believe that's Alcazar with it now. She gets it up. That goes off the rim. She gets her own rebound. Passes back now. That's Talbot. Talbot tries to lay it up. And it won't drop for her either. Alcazar can't get it to drop either. Dracut's had 4 or 5 shots, and now going in. And finally, as it was Watkins going in there, it looks like she's going to get some more free throws.
Oh, and look at Jess Davini, hands on her head. She is none too pleased that she allowed Dracut to get, 4 offensive rebounds on that possession?
Yeah, that was huge. And that one goes in, so now it's 17 to 11. Although, who's the more frustrated? Coach Davini, that they got all those opportunities, or Coach Witz that none of them dropped. And one of them looked like it was going and then just took a weird bounce and came off.
Well, if I'm Coach Witz here, I'm just happy I'm going to come away with 2 points here.
And he does as Watkins gets that second free throw, now 17-12 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And we're coming back out again. And here comes Caitlin Panos. She passes over, gets it over now to Whipple. Whipple bombs one in and does get it to Dadiego. Back now to Panos. Panos pass over to this side. And Connors, Dadiego out to Panos. Panos, and little bit of a bank shot there.
Oh, and then Panos trying to get the ball on that too.
Wow, Caitlin Panos, that one just bing, 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 and finally dropped. So now it's 20-12 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And Talbot brings it up the floor again. She's just going to go. No, actually, she passes off now. Alcazar goes off the glass, and that's good for 2.
Alcazar cleaning up the boards on that one. You know, getting the offensive rebound, putting it back in. As a coach, you just love to see that.
20-14 our score now as Panos passes to Connors and then gets the ball back from Connors. Another big long bomb pass. She's underneath. Oh, and the pass a little out of sync there as Whipple tried to get it over to Connors, but I think either Connors was a little too deep or wasn't 8 feet tall. Well, either way, she wasn't able to get that pass.
I think Connors was a little too close in the lane because Whipple tried to find her for the cut right there and instead goes over her head.
And we've got a whistle as it's inbounded. And is that a travel?
Looks to be. Unless it's a foul. No, looks like it's a travel call.
Okay, so here we go. And Panos now to inbound it. And goes out to Dadiego. Melody with it now. Passes off to Whipple. Whipple, pass back. Here we go again. Connors, bang! Nothing but net, and she adds to the lead. 23-14 in favor of the Scarlet Knights as Talbot now passes up, and that's Watkins. Watkins, is that going to be a charge or a block?
Looks to be a charge.
Yep.
As a little banged up on that.
Connors, yeah.
But how about that? She hits the 3, gets back on defense, and takes the charge. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better 5 seconds right there.
Right.
So.
Beautiful 3, too. Nothing but net.
Exactly, and that's her third 3 of the game, I believe.
I think so, and Panos has one. Roby has one. A lot of 3s here. You were right when you were talking before about just the long, the offense. And nice job by Panos tracking that one down. But then, battle for it there. A couple of players, and there we go. Let's see here. So it goes off. There was a battle for it up on top, and a couple of players jumping up for it. And one of the players there was Whipple. And Whipple apparently got fouled, so she'll be shooting 1-and-1 here.
And opportunities like this, when you have to go one-on-one, you got to make your free throws right here. Really take those free points.
And it goes up. Rainbow shot. That goes in. 24 for the Scarlet Knights now. They lead by 10.
Back when I was in college as a wee young broadcaster and I called you or I men's basketball hoops, they always missed their free throws and it always drove me up a wall, which is why I have a soft spot for making free throws because can't tell you how many countless hours I just was there just angry. I'm like, make your free throws, make your free throws.
So both free throws made there by Whipple, and now the score 25 for the Scarlet Knights, 14 for the Dracut Middies.
Another offensive rebound by Alcazar right there.
And they try and pass it in, going for it there. That's Watkins. Watkins has a clean look, and she sinks it. 25-16 now. Scarlet Knights still leads, second quarter. You're watching Scarlet Knights basketball right here on Camp Sports. Big bomb there from Panos. Pass over right in the middle and goes up. Oh, it doesn't sink, though. It does not drop for them. That was actually a nice ball movement. Dadiego just could not get the shot to fall. Watkins coming up again. She's got another good look, but, however, let's see. And will it count?
Yes, it will.
So that looks to be a bucket. So now it's 25-18 with a chance. Yep, Watkins basket's good. So
yeah, how about Watkins? She puts up the shot, doesn't get it, and she does what every coach teaches their players to do in basketball from a young age: follow your shot.
Yeah,
she did right there.
And she hits the free throw. So she does convert the three-point play. 25-19 now. Dracut has brought it to within 6 points as Panos once again brings it up the floor. And she goes over now, and let's see here. Moving it up now, that's number 14. That's Katrina Garcia. And she's going for the hoop, and we've got a whistle. And now Garcia will get at least a shot.
Ref's not shy to blow on their whistles tonight, it seems.
No, yeah, they're calling a whole bunch here.
Well, that's what happens when you have 3 refs in high school basketball. They're going to be looking for fouls to call.
Yeah. And, ooh, nice one by Garcia. Just a nice little rainbow, just boom, boom, goes right in. So now 26-19, Scarlet Knights. She sinks this one, she'll bring the lead back up to 8.
And in opportunities like this, you got to take the free points when you can. You got to.
And there we go. Goes in. 27-19 now. Scarlet Knights back up by 8 points as Dracut looks to bring it back up the floor. Being rushed up there by Talbot. Talbot, she's going to go for it. And it goes off the side of the rim and back out. Scarlet Knights take it and have a chance to expand upon their lead. Maybe bring it back up to double digits as Panos has it now. As she's just actually passes it off. And there's Connors. Goes off the front of the rim. And Dracut will take it now. And the pass goes over, and with it now, that is number 55. That's Lauren Zolkos, and that's taken away. And here come the Scarlet Knights once again. Panos with it. And she's just going to go for 3. And it goes off around the rim, and I think, was that traveling?
That was a travel call.
She took
one too many steps, and that's sometimes a problem. You know, when you want to line up for 3, you know, sometimes you forget on where your feet placement are, or you try to worry about getting behind the line. Right. She took one too many steps right there.
So here we go. Dracut has it back now, and they're bringing it back up the floor. Pass goes over now, and let's see who with it right now. That's Ashley Cox. Tries to pass it to Watkins. Watkins being heavily pressed there by Melody. Melody almost gets the steal, but then Watkins tries to put it up, and does she draw the foul? Looks like she does. Watkins will go to the line once again, and she's been pretty good from the charity stripe so far. Here we go. Watkins at the line. Up it goes, and down it falls.
Yeah, Watkins is a player to me that she's going to be on that MVC All-Conference watch list. I mean, just watching her play tonight, she just can get to the basket at ease, you know, can grab her offensive rebounds. You know, she just seems like one of those players that might get an accolade at the end of the season.
And it goes up again and off the back of the rim and out and right into the hands of Whipple. And with it now, that's Connors. Connors brings it up the floor. She's just going to go all the way. She puts it up, kikes it off the front of the rim. Here comes Dracut with it now. And I believe that's Watkins once again. Pass off and underneath and going to Zolkos, and she hits it. Now it's down to 5, 27-22 in favor of the Scarlet Knights.
Give credit to Dracut this game. What's one way to counter that full court press? Fast break, and Dracut's been doing that recently.
And they've been doing it, and we've got another traveling call. It's the other thing, too, sometimes you get a little too exuberant. Next thing you know, you're taking too many steps. Not a good thing. And
that was when you play up-tempo basketball. You're going to make mistakes one way or another. You just hopefully not at crutch points like that.
Inbounded by Reagan Maddie over to Talbot now. That's Ashley Talbot, number 5. At the top of the arc. Going in, puts it up, and goes. She gets it to go. And all of a sudden, we're looking at a 3-point game here, 27-24, as Dracut is catching up. And moving up, that's Connors. Pass off to Flanagan now. Flanagan out to Garcia. Back to Flanagan now. Flanagan just holding, almost loses the ball, almost gets it back and then loses it. And here comes Talbot. Talbot with a clean shot in, going up for the layup. And, oh, no, it goes away and then tapped away by one of the middies. And we've got, we have a traveling call there.
That's on Melody. She tried to avoid going out of bounds, and instead she didn't focus on where her feet were going. It's a costly mistake right there.
And once again, it'll be inbounded by Reagan Maddie. Here we go. Goes right to Ashley Talbot. Talbot. Still working in a little more. And pass underneath, try to get it to Zolkos. Goes back out now. Talbot for 3. Oh, goes off the rim and the backboard and then back out. But they're able to get it back. And Talbot has it again now after the pass from Anderson. Goes underneath, and we've got another. It's to be a foul. Last time I saw this much foul, I was touring a Tyson plant.
Yeah, I've seen those documentaries. I think they showed us in like a health class in middle school. Oh, I'm scarred ever since, but I'm not going to stop eating chicken.
Yeah, Zolkos now from the free throw line. Gets it to fall. All of a sudden, this is getting a little breathing room there, or lack thereof, I should say, for the Scarlet Knights. 2:27 left to go in the half.
Exactly, and the Knights had built that comfortable 17-9 lead at the first quarter, and give credit to Dracut. They didn't give up.
27-26 now. And goes up and rebound once again to the middies. Zolko's trying to get it. It's gotten there. Nice job there. I believe that was Rogers who had it. And North Andover will take it right back. Moving up the floor, gets it to Panos now. Panos stops, passes over. Big shot goes up and does not fall. And not quite kept in by Connors. It's going to go Dracut's way.
And yeah, all of a sudden the momentum has swung in the favor of the middies. I mean, just to come back, go on a big run like they have right now. I mean, Dracut really has willed their way back into this.
And they bring it back up the floor now with it there. I believe that's Talbot once again. She's seeing a lot of minutes so far. Passes to Alcazar. Alcazar in the middle, goes up for it and gets the foul.
And another foul on this one. I mean, again, I'm not one to criticize the stripes, but might want to hold on to that whistle just a little bit. I mean, at some point, you have to let the players play. And I mean, just to call constant foul after foul, I mean, it's just been, it's been frustrating as a fan of the game, just watching this game just get slowed down and grinded to a halt.
And 27-26 right now. Time winding down in this second quarter.
Yes, but in opportunities like this when the refs are going to call fouls, again, I'll hark back to it because it's the most important aspect for me in this game. Got to take the free points when you can.
And we're knotted up 27 apiece. And the Scarlet Knights move it up. They need to make something happen quickly. Goes up from Panos. She gets her own rebound. And passes over now, and here we go, a shot for three, and that's going to be an error ball from Rogers. And now with it, Fevry trying to get rid of it, and they're pressing, and stolen underneath by Panos. Panos gets up, and the bucket goes to, just need to see the number there.
That's Whipple on that one.
That's Whipple, okay, so there we go. North Andover back in the lead, 29-27. Big shot from three, clanks off the rim. Just over a minute left, and we've got another foul.
No, that looks to be a jump ball.
Oh, I'm sorry, jump ball, okay.
But how about that? That's the play of the game to me right there. Panos, as the ball's going out of bounds, gets the ball into Whipple, who cuts to the basket when she sees there's an opening right there, and the easy 2 points to get back on top right there. That's an excellent play.
Here these two players are once again working together, Panos and Whipple. Now Panos passes it up over to Flanagan, and we've got another whistle.
You know, it's play like those where I really wish we had that replay function because it just to see another play in beauty like that, it was great.
The foul is on Watkins. That's her second. And so now, taking free throws, Scarlet Knights. That goes in. 30-27 now. And up it goes in.
And how about Whipple? A perfect 4 for 4 from the charity stripe this quarter alone.
Nicely done. 31-27 now in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And Fevry with it now. Fevry looking to the move and goes off. Alcazar with the rebound. She hits it. 31-29 now in favor of the Scarlet Knights, and Panos will bring it back up. This one has turned into a really tight battle. Panos passes off now. And going there, tried to get it over. Couldn't quite get it. I believe that was Melody with it now. Panos for three. Panos with the three. 34-29 now.
Yeah, that's our second three of the quarter, and they come at big times, too.
Yeah, huge. That one was a little more. The first one was bing, 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 boom. That one just boom, nothing but net.
Yeah, no, that one was a straight flush.
Wow, lots of pressure on Talbot there. Battle of the fives there as
Connors forces the turnover on that one.
Yeah, she forces a turnover on Talbot. So battle of the fives, and the five wearing white is the winner.
And that's what Connors does. I compare her to a Marcus Smart type player. You know, she really goes for the three-pointers, as we've seen from Marcus Smart recently this season, but she plays that defense that just bugs the crap out of you if you're an opposing player.
And it goes up now. That's, Whipple trying for a three. Kept in. Nice job there. Jackie Rogers trying to get more in there, but that didn't happen. So here we go into halftime with the Scarlet Knights still in the lead. For a while there it was knotted up, but we come back out. The score at halftime, the North Andover Scarlet Knights 34 and the Dracut Middies 29. Coming up next, second half action. Come back for it. We'll bring you more right here on Scarlet Knights Basketball, or Scarlet Knights Basketball even, a presentation of CAM Sports.
Here at CAM Sports, we always want to bring you the excitement of local high school sports. And in order to do that, we need help. Specifically, we need your help. We need people to help us cover sporting events. We need people on camera. We need crew members for game telecast. Have you ever thought of yourself as perhaps the next Al Michaels? Well, let us know, because you guessed it, we need people to do commentary as well. Don't have the equipment to record games? We do, and we can share it with you. Don't have the knowledge of how to use the equipment? Once again, we do, and we can share it with you. As a North Andover CAM member, you have access to professional video equipment, as well as the training you need to get your sports masterpieces on the air. By the way, if you are already recording games, be it with a smartphone, tablet, or your own camcorder, we'd love to have you share that with us, as we are looking to expand our sports coverage in any way we can. Want to know more about how you can help out? Call us at 978-687-6570 or email us at camsports@northandovercam.org. Better yet, come to the North Andover CAM studio, located at 70 Main Street, Suite 202. We can show you our new studio, and we can show you how you can be a contributor to CAM Sports.
Coming back from the halftime break, and right now the Scarlet Knights are up to a 5-point lead. Scarlet Knights are up right now 34-29, and right now I must say the Dracut Middies, even though they've got a very young team, they are hanging tough right now, Sam.
Yeah, exactly. They really came back in that second quarter, and really from what I look at it, it's the play of their star point guard, Cameron Watkins. I mean, she had a second quarter to remember. She finished with 8 points, all in that second quarter. Really, she went scoreless in that first, and she had 8 in that second. So really, I mean, she kind of willed that Dracut team back, not so much by herself, but she really was a key spark plug in that. And then, of course, I mean, I've been saying her name all along, but Ailise Alcazar has just been dominating the boards for Dracut today. I mean, really making an impact there. So those two players, alongside, you know, just some impactful Dracut contributions, you know, from player to player, really has been the key reason why they willed us something back into this game.
And right, they're both sophomores, so they're one reason why in the next couple of years Dracut might be one of the teams to watch in the MVC, because they have some good talent, and they're young, and they're going to be learning more and coming through the system.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, this Dracut team is a team here to stay. I mean, you know, so far they've kind of had a iffy season. I mean, they're not doing bad, but, you know, they haven't been one of the creams of the crop in the MVC. So they might be able to sneak in a state tournament appearance here, depending on the rest of their season goes. But come next year, and especially the year after, this is the team that's going to be one of the top teams in the MVC, mark my words.
As they get the whistle, and they're about to head back out onto the floor, and it'll be actually inbounded. It'll be inbounded by Dracut. It'll be Tatiana Fevry who will get it in here. And we'll start to move it in. Here we go. Fevry gets it now. Over back to Talbot. And Talbot brings it up now. Back to Fevry. Fevry stops, tries to get around Melody. She goes up and under, and not quite. And they try and get the rebound. They do get it, but not for long, as it's taken there by Martin. Martin now passes off. We've got a whistle and steps, I think.
Yep, that's a travel call right there.
Yep.
And Martin herself had a kind of quiet first half for the Knights. I mean, she only had that one lone three-pointer back in the first quarter, so not the typical game that we are accustomed to seeing from her yet.
But right now, something we're accustomed to seeing in this game, a foul gets called.
Oh, yeah. Same half, different thing.
Yep, so here we go. It'll be inbounded by Caitlin Panos, who gets it now to Hannah Martin.
Or should I say different half, same thing?
There we go.
I just wanted to correct myself, because that was going to eat me up if I didn't correct that.
Just don't go SSDD on us, please. As it goes out now, at top of the arc, that is Panos with it now. Panos tries to pass it underneath, looking for Melody. Oh, she can't get it over the rim. She's got the rebound, though, and basically gets tackled.
What, a travel call?
I guess, yeah. So.
Or a jump ball. I believe that was a
jump ball. So it's going to go now, and there we go. Dracut up with it. Passed over to Fevry from Talbot once again. Alcazar with it now. Alcazar sinks it, gets the first bucket of the second half. 34-31 now, a 3-point lead for the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, and she had 9 points in that first half, so she's picking up right where she left off.
Panos making the big pass there, looking for Elda Diego. And we've got the foul. It's going to be Alcazar called with the foul.
In fact, yeah, after that bucket, it was Nora Connors who led the way with all scorers with 10. Alcazar now with 11, just past Nora Connors for leading scorer so far.
And they go around, and with it now is Panos. Panos puts it up and takes the bounce, and nope, and let's see. Nice job by Alcazar keeping that one in, and she gets it over to Fevry now. Dracut looking to cut this lead even more. They trail by 3. Just the start of the second half. Nice move by Fevry, goes up but cannot sink it. Alcazar gets the rebound, but we've got a whistle.
Yeah, and that was an over a back on Alcazar. And she's been doing that actually a little bit this game, but has gotten away from it. That's the first time the refs were like, oh, that's a clear over the back. And, I mean, even if you have the height, you can't do it.
You were talking about the size difference. It's almost kind of hard to not go over the back sometimes.
Exactly.
As it's brought up now, and with it there, once again, that is Martin. Martin, pass out to the edge. Melody there, passes back to Panos. Panos, over to Martin. Martin passes back. Here we go, 3. And Connors can't get it to fall. However, she's going to get it back, and she'll get another shot at it, and she gets fouled on the way in.
And these free throws are courtesy of Sarah Melody right there. And after watching Melody play a couple times this year, she's not going to really be prevalent on the box score, but she does all the little things, all the intangibles to help set that up. And right there, depending on how many free throws Connors makes right here, you know, I'd give that an assist to Melody on that one.
Oh, absolutely. So here we go. Connors about to take her first shot, and it goes off the back of the rim and back out. But she still has the second shot there. 34-31 right now in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And here we go. Goes up, and now 35-31. So it's a 4-point lead now for the Scarlet Knights, as once again Fevry brings it up the floor. Tatiana Fevry for the Dracut Middies. She stops basically top of the key and then goes around and over. And let's see here. Pass goes in, and that is intercepted. They tried to get it there. Ashley Cox tried to move it over, but winds up being a turnover.
Yeah, that was a clean block by Panos on that one.
And Panos brings it up the floor. Pass out to the side now. And with it there, that's Melody. Over now to Panos once again. Panos passes out back. Connors out to Diego. Over to Martin now. Big shot there from Connors. Bang! Another three-pointer from Connors. That looks effortless.
Exactly. That's 4 3-pointers on the day for Connors. And how about that ball movement, making sure she was able to get open at the right time?
Ball movement, that looked like one of those. Remember the old Family Circus cartoon where it's like he's got to go mow the lawn and like there's point A and point B and then there's like a 9,000 lines in between. Yeah, that's what it looked like. So, bing, 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 bing. Like,
I got to brush up on my comics then.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I'm just old. That's all.
Nah, you're not that old.
Dracut has it now, and that's Talbot with it outside the arc, stopping there, going in now, and can she bring it in? Not quite. And battle of the fives, and that one looks like it's going to be won by the 5 in blue, as the foul goes to Nora Connors, and it's going to be Ashley Talbot going to the line for the Middies.
And if you watch Connors on every play, especially plays where she gets called for fouls, you can see she's visibly upset. And that just shows the competitor that she is. She never wants to lose. Mm-hmm. And, you know, if you get the foul, you know, it's kind of a loss in the situation.
Yep.
Just shows how much she's committed to this game.
Yep. So Talbot gets her first free throw. She's going for the second one right now. That goes up, and that goes in too, so 38-33. And so right now it's back to a 5-point lead for the Scarlet Knights. Panos with it, pass over now. Try to get it to Connors, she's got it to Connors. Actually, Connor trying to move out, gets it out back now. Pass, here's Panos from the top of the arc, and it bounces off the back of the rim, and Fevry gets the rebound, and is able to get around Diego. She's still got it now. She's making the move. She can't get enough height on it, though. But it looks like she might have caught some interference on the way in, so that'll be another foul.
The whistle keeps getting blowed, Bill. You know?
Yep.
I mean, there's contact, but at some point, you just got to let them play. I mean, we saw that in the first half, just especially towards the end of that second quarter. The game just sort of dragged on, foul call after foul call. I'm really hoping we don't see that in the second half.
Well, first foul shot there by Fevry did not go. She's got her second one now. And with foul calls tonight, it's pretty much if they're tracking the numbers on the scoreboard, the number of fouls, pretty soon it's going to be like McDonald's, 5 billion whistles served. And she does not hit the second one either, so it's still 38-33. And here come the Scarlet Knights with it once again. And with it there, that's Hannah Martin. Pass over to El Diego. Underneath, they've got Connors, and she's got company. And she's got free throws coming up, too, as she gets contacted on the way up.
And I like that. They had Connors kind of floating around, and then at the right moment, she cuts to the basket, you know, and she gets a look. She wasn't able to convert it, but she gets some free throws right here, which is just, it's good offense right there.
Yep, and that's one in right there, so it's 39-33 now. And Connors, just obviously, you were mentioning what she's been doing in this game so far, and I wasn't expecting to see her underneath as she sinks the second free throw. I was expecting to more see her outside, and we've got the buzzer, and let's see. Here we go now. Dracut will take it out, and with it there is Talbot.
That's the thing about this team. I think that Coach Savini is not afraid to send their players down low, even when they lack the height, and that's what they have with that. If you have the right opportunity, like on a backdoor cut, I'd take it if I were them.
Plus, if you have all the big bodies banging all over the place, you'd like to have someone small in there to get the crumbs too. That's an Australian rules football term, and I used it in basketball. Yahoo!
And that's our first one of the game.
And that'll probably be the only one of the game. And oh boy, Connor's underneath again. 1-on-3. She gets the ball ripped out of her hand.
And I believe that was I don't know if that was a foul or a jump ball, but either way, North Andover gets another opportunity.
Yep. So it goes out now, and Whipple gets it out to Connors once again. Connors, oh, nice no-look pass. Got it out to Dadiego. Dadiego now goes out, and Martin has it now. Martin, shot goes up and goes off the back of the rim. Rebound, bounced off a couple of North Andover hands, but Dracut's got it now. That's Fevry once again. Fevry makes the move, puts it up, and hits it.
And with a little contact on that one, too, she finishes. I mean, that's just a great job by Fevry right there, really sticking with it, playing to the end.
Tatiana Fevry with that last bucket for the Middies, and it's back to a 5-point game, 40-35. With it now, that's Whipple. Whipple passes in underneath, and that's going to go that way as we've had some substitutions. And coming in now, that's Katie Roby, number 15, for the Scarlet Knights. And now coming on, Emma Felker for Dracut. And it's going to be inbounded by Whipple. Whipple gets it out to Dadiego.
And Dadiego was calling for her. She had an open three.
And she's going to try and move now. Tried to pass it off. It is turned over. Talbot's got it now. Talbot giving her team some time to catch up. Passes over to Fevry. They've been handling the ball a lot tonight, both of them. Fevry outside the arc. Pass goes over. Passed in by, once again, that's number 25. And that was Gannon. Passes underneath, and Dracut gets the basket. So now it's 40-37.
With the sky hook, that would make Kareem Abdul-Jabbar smile.
As moving it up now, that's Martin. Martin gets past Fevry, loses basically the hold of it as she was going in trying the opportunity. And so it's going to be a turnover. So basically, it's going to be handing the ball to Dracut as the ball rolls out of bounds. And
so far, not quite the game for Hannah Martin. I was at their game against Central Catholic a couple Sundays ago, and she really took over. She finished with 18 points. And when I talked to Coach Davini after getting their 6th win of the season, she mentioned Martin as a key reason why this team has been so successful this season.
Big shot by Dracut off the front of the rim and out. We had a substitution as Abigail Sancartier comes in now for Dracut. And let's see, with it there, that's Panos, passes out. They're going around now. Shot just inside the arc by Martin. Goes off the back of the rim and out. The rebound by Watkins, and Watkins will bring it up. Nice pass in front. Oh, taken away, and nice job. That was Martin. Yeah, the ball was rolling out of bounds, but she was able to keep it in, get it right to Panos.
I think she heard me. That was a good play right there.
And Panos, the pass over now, gets it back to Connors. Connors moving in and runs into Felker and gets the rebound, and looks like we'll get the foul on Felker.
It's a great job by Connors there, right, though. First, she gets the offensive rebound, and then she knows that I believe it was number 35 for Dracut, Felker. She knew that she was just going to stand there, so she invites the contact into it and gets the 2 free throws right there. That's just a great offensive awareness by Connors.
41, bang, another one. 41 now for the Scarlet Knights as Connors drains another free throw.
And with that, if the defender moves, you're going to get the free throws right there, otherwise it's a charge. And she knew that she was going to move right there. Again, just great.
As the rebound goes off the front, and trying to get it there was Katie Roby, but then it went off her hands basically, and she wound up throwing it out of bounds. So Dracut's got the ball once again, and with it now, that's Talbot. Gets it over now to Sancartier. Over to Gannon. Gannon, pass over, and Talbot's got it once again. Talbot passes back, and then they pass over. No open looks yet. Inside, that's Watkins. Watkins puts it up, and it goes out the backboard. And after all that, no return. And the Scarlet Knights will bring it back. That's Panos with it right now, directing traffic. And then she's going to put it up herself and hits it! 43-37 in favor of the Scarlet Knights.
I mean, just what a shot on that one.
And we've got almost a steal, but a nice job there getting back was Gannon. Gannon gets it over to Sancartier. Sancartier passes to Felker now. Felker, she just puts it up, and in and out. And here comes Connors with it now. Gets it over to Martin. Hannah Martin for the Scarlet Knights brings it over the center line.
And the Knights are trying to slow it down. They're trying to play half-court basketball right now. They really went fast break in the first half. I mean, I'm interested to see how it works out for them now.
Shot by Panos out wide. Goes off the rim and out, and here come the middies with it once again. Long pass in, and who's got it there? That's Sancartier. Sancartier down low for Felker. Felker with a hook attempt, and that one goes off the back of the rim and out.
Now that was a real Kareem skyhook right there.
Yes, just couldn't get it to fall. As we continue through this third quarter, with it now that's Panos. Panos with the pass over now to Roby. Underneath to Connors, and there's a whistle, and I think she took a few steps too many.
Double dribble right there.
Oh, double dribble, okay.
And again, when you get under the basket, I mean, especially if you're a player not as tall as Nora Connors, you're kind of focused on looking up, so you're not going to really look at where your feet are at that point.
Thanks for having my back, by the way. Sometimes I'm following the ball and don't exactly see the signals the referees are making, so thanks for having my back on that.
I was a color commentator in college. I kind of know what to look for at this point.
Gotcha. And the pass goes all the way around, and fouled there is Zolkos. And it looks like he's calling 15, so the foul's going to be on Katie Roby.
And you know, Bill, as a freshman team, boys freshman alternate, my high school career, I played a little bit. So, you know, I know the game just a tad bit.
I watched a lot of Celtics games.
Speaking of them Celtics, what a year they're having.
Yeah. And they tried to get it once again to Zolkos. She's got it now. And she passes back to Sancartier. Sancartier tries a little twist around Panos. And it's stolen, and she gets it. Oh, boy. Oh, that looked painful as Martin tried to run away with the quick break and had a couple of middies around her and just couldn't keep her feet underneath her. Ouch.
Yeah, she got tripped up on that one.
Yeah, she's okay, though. And Panos will inbound it once again for the Scarlet Knights. As once again coming out there now is Garcia. Martin's got it right now. Martin moving ahead. And, oh.
Tripped up again.
Tripped up again as she tried to pass it out, and she had Whipple waiting there.
You know, typically if a player, you know, gets tripped or, you know, they go to the floor, sometimes they're reluctant to really, you know, continue their level of play or really their level of hustle. And right there, Martin again gets tripped up again. It's like she's not afraid.
Yeah, that's right. And she's going to get some free throws for her trouble here.
Yeah, which means that wasn't, I believe that wasn't in the act of shooting. Exactly, it's a one-on-one. That means that Dracut is already in the bonus this early on.
Wow. Yeah, that's not good, and that's the thing. Peter Witz must not be happy about this turn of events here. Right now, 44-37. Scarlet Knights now up by basically a touchdown. Let's see. Can they get the two-point conversion? The answer to that is no. So 7-point lead for the Scarlet Knights, but they do get the rebound.
That's Melody.
And it goes back. Melody to that's Martin. Martin goes back now. Panos over to Garcia. Underneath, nobody there. Nice job there by Martin keeping it in, but then it goes off Whipple and goes out. Nice job there keeping the ball alive by Martin. But they couldn't continue through with the play, and as a result, Dracut's going to get the ball anyway. It's going to be inbounded by number 22. That's Abigail Sancartier. She gets it over to Fevry now.
Excuse me, Bill. You still got to love the hustle on that one. I mean, missed the free throw, grab the offensive rebound. You know, no plays off.
And there we go. Wow. End of the third quarter with that shot there, just going wide. And 44 is the score for the Scarlet Knights. 37 is the score for the Dracut Middies. And can the Scarlet Knights hang on and make this another victory? Once again, they've already beaten their record of victories from last year. Last year they only had 5. They've got 6. This could make it 7. We'll find out next as the fourth quarter comes up, and you'll see it right here on Scarlet Knights Basketball, a presentation of CAM Sports.
Highlights,
Oh, beautiful. Headed in, and that's a goal!
scores, and more.
I personally think it's going really well.
That's what you'll find on Scarlet Knights Sports Scene, a bi-weekly look at North Andover High School athletics presented by CAM Sports. Tune in to CAM Ed Monday and Wednesday nights at 6 and Fridays and Sundays at noon, or watch the show on YouTube. You'll see what's happening with the Scarlet Knights. We'll show you the big games, the major highlights, and the people that make North Andover High School sports oh so special. CAM Sports volunteers and high school parents go to the games and bring the action and the stories back to you. I'm Sam Murray. Join me for highlights, scores, and more on Scarlet Knights Sports Scene presented by CAM Sports. Watch it Monday and Wednesday nights at 6 and Fridays and Sundays at noon on CAM Ed, channel 99 on Comcast Xfinity, and channel 28 on Verizon Fios. Or check it out on our YouTube channel.
And now we're back, fourth quarter of action here, and the Scarlet Knights are up by 7. 44 for the Scarlet Knights, 37 for the visiting Dracut Middies. Bill Robert here, along with Sam Murray, bringing you the call tonight for this game. And Scarlet Knights looking for their 7th win of the season. Looking good so far. They just need to hang on for one more quarter.
Exactly.
And they will have it. And I'm sorry?
I was just going to say, and the Knights have the advantage because right now they're already in the bonus. So any single foul call that's going to be called against Dracut is going to result in free throws. So right now they have a slight advantage over the Middies in that regard.
What did you say in the first quarter about this being decided by free throws?
It looks like it's going to be the case.
Yeah.
And again, free throws are called free throws because you get a free opportunity to score. So you got to make sure you capitalize on those free opportunities.
As St. Cartier inbounds it now. Nice job by Watkins trying to get there. And she's going to get the foul. As she tried to get around, I believe it was Whipple.
Yeah, and Watkins kind of had a quiet third quarter after really having a second quarter to remember. So if the Middies want any chance of getting back into this game, they need a big performance in this quarter out of Watkins.
And she started it with a free throw, 44-38 now. It is a 6-point game. Up and bingo. She's got both of them, 44-39 now. And the Scarlet Knights will bring it back up the floor once again with it there. That is Hannah Martin. Martin gets around St. Cartier, goes for the hoop. It does not fall. Rebound taken there by Lauren Zolkos. And here come the Middies. Once again, Talbot with it. She's been out there a lot tonight. She just puts it up for 3. And it goes off the rim and out. And winds up in the hands of the Scarlet Knights. And with it there, that is number 10. That's Hannah Whipple.
Really the sixth man of the Scarlet's Knight team. She's always in when it comes down to crunch time.
And let's see here. With it now, that's the other Hannah. Hannah Martin puts it up for Melody now. Melody goes off the back of the rim and out. And here come the Middies once again. Moving up the floor, that's Talbot. Underneath, she's got Watkins. And I think Watkins stepped on the line.
Yep, she did. She stepped out of bounds right there.
Okay.
A little too much mustard on that pass.
There we go. So here come the Scarlet Knights once again right now in the backcourt. It is Connors and it is Martin bringing the ball up. And it goes over now to Connors. Connors to Whipple. Whipple over to Panos. Panos doesn't get the look she wants, so she's going to move in and she's going to get a foul. She got fouled there, so as a result, you said it, they're in the bonus, so she's going to be taking some free throws here. More from the stripe.
Yeah, and that was on Watkins.
So. And here we go with it now. This is Caitlin Panos taking the first of possibly 2. And she makes it. 45-39, back to a 6-point lead.
Now with that puts Panos in double-digit points. Now that's 2 Scarlet Knights in double digits. Nora Connors currently at, I believe, 15 points. Now Panos with 10 or 11 with this free throw.
Nicely done. That make that 11. Back up to 7 now, 46-39 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And here come the Middies with it there. I don't know why I just did that. Fevry takes a shot, and it goes off the rim and out.
Apparently that battle cry didn't work with that one.
Yeah, the shots did not fall right now. They're not falling right, basically, for the Middies here. As my tongue gets wrapped around my neck. And underneath, nice pass there.
And I like that move by Martin going with the bounce pass.
Yep.
Avoids the defender right there, and which could have been picked off because she was in the lane. So it goes for the bounce pass, gets right around it.
Gets it to Whipple underneath. Whipple gets an easy basket there. And now we've got a foul. By the way, it's up to a 9-point lead now, 48-39 in favor of the Scarlet Knights. And the Middies with a chance to cut into that as we've got some free throws here.
And Bill, stop me if you've heard that one before.
No kidding, huh? Or the other one now, stop me when I'm making it up. And off comes Zolkos now, and in comes number 21, Reagan Maddie. And we go to substitution 2 as Ella Flanagan comes back in for the Scarlet Knights. And now to take the first of her free throws, Ashley Talbot drains it. 48-40 now. Back to 8. Talbot now to take her second free throw. Up it goes. And down it goes. And we're going to have a timeout here.
Well, it looks like some substitutions instead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So substitutions are coming in now, and Coming back, hits the Scarlet Knights, and with it there, that's Martin once again. Martin passes out to Panos. Panos from 3, doesn't pan out. And with it there, trying to get it out there, that's Nikki Anderson. And, defense, as it's stolen by North Andover. I think that was that Melody or Flanagan? That's Melody, okay. Wasn't sure if I saw 20 or 30, but that was Melody. Good effort there, and she's going to get herself at least one free throw for her troubles. Or was she in the act of shooting?
I believe it was a one-on-one. I believe it's a one-on-one.
A 1-and-1. So here we go. Melody, first one. You're right, 1-and-1, but she sinks it, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly. And how about Melody right there? She stays back on defense, and she's able to get the steal right there, and then get a chance for 2 points right there. Melody really the glue player. I called Connors the glue player early on, but I think Melody really embodies that glue mentality. You know, she does all the little things on this team.
And right now, 50-40 in favor of North Andover as Talbot once again brings it up. And she's just going to go right for it. Bumps into a body, and North Andover gets it. It does not fall. And now, Hannah Martin with it again. Just bringing it up the floor. Out there with her is Anderson. And Martin just going, and she puts it out now, trying to get it over, out to Melody. Back to Martin. Now Martin puts it up off the back of the rim, right into the hands of Tatiana Fevry. She'll bring it back for the Dracut Middies. And goes out now. Big shot there. Anderson goes off the rim. And Panos with it again after that rebound.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, I like what they're doing. They're slowing it down, really making Dracut have to work for their points.
And with it now is Melody. Melody pass over. Whipple puts one up, and that's going to go off the rim. And
almost.
Tantalizingly bounces around the rim, but just does not fall.
As opposed to Panos, who had a similar situation back in that first half, really bounced around the rim. This time around, not the case.
Yeah, no, that one was like part three-point shot, part three ball in the corner pocket. And so now the Dracut Middies bring it back up again, and the pass from Talbot to Fevry. Fevry underneath, bumps into a body, tries to get a pass over, but can't get it to Maddie.
And Fevry got some contact in that one. See, that's an opportunity where I'm surprised the whistles weren't called on that.
Maybe they're here, someone's talking in their ear, hey, let them play. And now Panos brings it up once again. And goes over, and Whipple passes over. With it there, that's Flanagan. Flanagan hits for 2.
Feet just in bounds, but still, good shot right there. Getting open, hitting the open shot.
And we've got a timeout. And as we have the timeout, the score, 52 right now for the Scarlet Knights and 40 for Dracut. So North Andover is starting to pull away a little bit here.
Yeah, exactly. And when they're getting to the line, they're hitting their free throws and they're hitting their open shots too. And still, they're not giving up. Sometimes when you have a lead this big in the fourth quarter, you begin to coast. Kind of take the foot off the gas a bit. Not this North Andover team. They're still keeping going, and they're still putting the pedal to the metal.
It's kind of like basketball's equivalent of the prevent defense.
Exactly, although they've kind of backed away from that full court press that they utilized beautifully in that first quarter and first half.
But they're not totally falling back. They're still doing a wonderful job there.
No, they're not. We just saw Sarah Melody get back on defense after a missed shot, and she ultimately got to the line for 2 points right there.
Yeah, so right now, Scarlet Knights taking advantage of their opportunities here. And we've still got some time to go yet as both teams go over their strategy. As you see right there, Coach Davini talking to her folks, talking to her crew.
And I was going to say, Bill, unrelated to the action right now, but I'm hearing the band play an old song that I heard in college. And it makes me think, it goes, is the band that dated? Because I haven't heard this song in like 5 years at this point. Because when you play the classics, the classics are classics for a reason. Mm-hmm. I haven't heard that song in 5 years. Why are they playing it?
Yeah, well, when your favorite songs start being played on oldies stations, then you can talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, I hope, I pray I hear mumble rap never on an oldie station. I hate that.
Yeah, okay. And as we go, and looks like we've got to travel. I think it was Fevry who might have taken the extra step, and North Andover is going to get the ball now, and Panos with it. And Panos and Martin have it now. And here comes Caitlin Panos. 52-40 in favor of the Scarlet Knights as we continue through this fourth quarter. Tries to move up, stops, gets it over now. Last player to score for the Scarlet Knights, that's Flanagan. She goes in now and tries to make it all the way in using the Dracut players like traffic cones, but she's going to hit the deck, and as a result, she's going to get some free throws.
It was funny just watching that.
Once Ashley Cox is able to retrieve the ball.
It's funny. That was like watching her fall in slow motion, just the way that she did right there.
Almost like a fight from a Pink Panther movie. Oh, and that's another reference that probably goes right over your head. Darn, I'm old.
I think I saw the Steve Martin Pink Panther.
No, I'm talking about the Peter Sellers ones. Yeah. Anyway, that first free throw goes right in by Ella Flanagan, 53-40 now. Scarlet Knights. And once again, Watkins coming back in. Second shot now for Flanagan. Bingo! Flanagan in again. And it's now 54-40.
Oh, and how about Melody? She gets back, tries to steal the inbound pass. Instead, she kind of punches it seems like.
Wah, wah. or in the words of The Price is Right, boom, 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 wow. And so to inbound it now is going to be Watkins, or actually, yeah.
And you know, Bill, about The Price is Right, I go to the gym in the morning every day. I always watch The Price is Right now. I've really gotten into I can't hear what they're saying, but, I can see the guesses.
Yeah. So here we go. Fevry with it now. Moves a little bit, gets herself some space. She passes over now, and they try to get it underneath to Alcazar, but winds up being knocked away. And once again, North Andover picking up that turnover. Panos has it now. Fevry right on her. She passes off that, almost stolen, almost knocked away there by Cox. And a pass over now. That goes to Flanagan. Flanagan, who's actually, I think she's got 4 points this quarter so far.
She's got 5, Bill, and a steal, too. She really has had an impact quarter.
And it goes up, and once again, we've got, looks like another foul. As going up for it there was Hannah Martin. So Martin will get a little bit of time at the charity stripe.
And Bill, again, not quite the game, that she's accustomed to having. Again, I saw her a couple Sundays ago at Central Catholic where she put up 18 points. So far today, I believe she only has 4 points. Not too much of an impact. But if you're the Scarlet Knights and you have as big a lead right now with Martin not performing as is, you got to hang your hat high on that one.
Yeah, you've still got Connors and Panos. They've still got her back. So.
Oh, and if you just saw there, the little girl in the corner, gave the ball back, and, it was a really smiling type of moment right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So here we go. The first shot from Martin goes up and bink, and it out. Doesn't go. Does not go. And yes, that is not a proper sports term. Bink-a-dink-a-dink-dink.
Maybe it can become one.
There's dink and dunk in football, but not bink-a-dink-a-dink-dink.
We can add it to the sports almanac.
There we go. Into the lexicon as she does hit the second one. Martin with the free throw there, and now it's a 15-point lead for the Scarlet Knights. North Andover 55, Dracut 40, as Dracut brings it back up, and once again, trying to make it happen all herself there. Ashley Talbot, she knocks it down. And the Scarlet Knights will bring it back. So there, Talbot's like, okay, enough of this. I'm just going to run the thing down the gut and just do it myself. And that's what she did. And with it now, directing traffic a little bit there, trying to find a target to pass to. That's a Martin. Martin gets it now over to a Melody. Pass over now, that's Whipple. Whipple's just going to launch it from 3 and hits it! Nothing but the bottom of the net, as they used to say.
That one almost hit the rafters. That's how much arc was on that one.
And let's see this one. Bingo! That was Talbot. Talbot with a 3. So Dracut answering the 3 with a 3, and they're going to call a timeout here. And Dracut does indeed call the timeout, so that'll give both teams more time to kibitz and go over their tactics here. 13-point lead right now for the Scarlet Knights. They lead 58-45, and last end of last quarter, it was only it was still a very tight lead, but North Andover's pulled out and they lead by 13 right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I really want to commend Davini on the addition of Elle Flanagan to this lineup really in this fourth quarter. She's had a tremendous impact in this fourth quarter. She's had some couple rebounds. She's had 5 points and a couple steals. Really has been a key difference in this. And I know Davini goes for that big by committee type of format that we see the boys basketball team utilize as well.
Yeah.
And it really has paid off this quarter. I mean, Flanagan, the freshman too, has really made an impact.
And Coach Davini looking on there as her Chargers get ready to go back to action here. And Scarlet Knights on defense as Dracut moves it. Actually, they'll have it. They'll have the ball as they move it out now. And let's see.
2:38 left to go in this game. Knights have a comfortable lead. You got to play prevent on this one. No turnovers. Just slow the game down. Make Dracut come to you.
And with it there, that's Martin. Martin tries to get around Fevry. Pass goes out now to that's number 3 now. That's Solana Fahey for the Scarlet Knights. They made some substitutions. Maybe bring in some of the younger players too. Fahey's actually a junior. And let's see. And it bounces off. A couple of hands, goes out of bounds. looks like it's going to be going back in North Andover's direction.
Whipple's confused. She thought that something else happened, and she was just like, wait, I thought the play was over.
So with it there now, inbounding it, that's Whipple. Whipple, big shot up there, and doesn't fall for Flanagan. And here comes Watkins with it now. Watkins, oh, nice job switching the hands, and she gets it. Nice job there. Once again, that's Cameron Watkins for the middies, and we've got another whistle. And Dracut will get the ball.
And, you know, at this point in the game, you know, if you're Dracut, you're down 11. I think you have to start fouling.
I'm sorry, not Dracut ball, Dracut foul is what I heard on the PA.
Which is what Coach Witz is doing. I don't know if that was intentional or unintentional, but I'll pretend it's intentional. And at this point, you got to get the ball back, and you have to get the ball to North Andover's hands. Right. You got to foul.
Yep. But you also might surrender more points, which you just did there. 59-47 now, 12-point margin for the Scarlet Knights. And yes, foul them late. We call that Valvano-esque. Still, there we go, another one. Still one of the best basketball movies I've ever seen, the documentary, the 30 for 30, Survive and Advance, about the North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's one of the better 30 for 30s. And you know what? You want to talk about a team that many counted out, and you know they kind of had a magical journey to the end. How about this North Andover Scarlet Knights girls basketball team? 5 wins the previous season. You know, expectations are kind of mixed. You know, not really sure what they're going to do. Instead, they're having themselves quite a season. They've already surpassed last season's win total right now, and they have a chance for lucky number 7 tonight.
Right. And so the first shot hit there by Talbot. She puts up the second as she nails that one. Really good free throw shooting from both teams tonight.
Exactly. This game, again, it's going to be won at the charity stripe, and right now North Andover has the slight advantage.
And, almost dropped there by Martin, but she's got it now. They need to get over across that line, and they do now. And she stops, free throw line, passes out now, and the shot goes up. She's on the line, so it wouldn't be 3. Doesn't fall anyway, and Dracut comes back, and with it now, Fevry. Fevry with a pass up to, I believe that's Watkins. Watkins puts it up. Watkins puts it in. 60-51 now. And another timeout.
Yeah, and again, if you're North Andover, you don't want to see that lead crawl back into single digits. And right there in that basket, now it's a 9-point game, and you just – if you're playing prevent, you know, this late in the game, you can't allow Dracut to come back in, and right now you just did right there.
I once saw there was something on social media. Someone says, if someone told you you had 2 minutes left to live, what would you ask for? And someone said, I'd ask for them to be basketball minutes, because with all the timeouts and fouls, I'd live forever.
I mean, that is one aspect of basketball that kind of irks people, is that the final 2 minutes is basically 20 minutes at this point.
And obviously right now we've got what is now a 9-point game, 60-51 in favor of the Scarlet Knights.
And again, I mean, Dracut's not back in there just yet. I mean, North Andover still has some time to build up another cushion, but getting Dracut back in within single digits is a problem for the Knights, and, you know, it's something that shouldn't have happened.
And right there, Alcazar making a big obstacle there as Panos tries to inbound it. She gets it over to Martin. Martin runs it up the floor now. And she's just going to go with it and crashes right into her opposite number 4. That's Ashley Cox.
Yeah, and if you're Cox, that's a mistake. I mean, Martin did initiate contact right there, but Cox was moving at the point, which is a clear defensive foul right there. So the refs got that call right.
So here we go, another set of free throws for the Scarlet Knights. And there's one. 10-point lead, 61-51. As time continues to tick away in this one.
Slowly but surely.
Up it goes, and nope, out it comes. And Dracut's got it now. They trail by 10. And with it now, that's Talbot. Talbot just going right in for it, puts the layup in and hits it. 8-point game. And let's see, getting it in there, that's Connors, gets it over to Panos. Panos almost has it stripped away. But she got caught reaching in. So that's going to send Panos to the line for it's a backcourt foul, but they're in the bonus, so.
And I like what Panos did right there. Panos could have just elected to dribble the ball up, immediately get fouled. Instead, she waits back and waits for the Dracut defender to come to her, taking off, a couple seconds there, but still, every second at this point of the game is crucial.
Absolutely. Every point, too, as Panos has a free throw here. And it goes up, and bounces out. So it's an 8-point game.
I was going to say, North Andover up to this point has been so good at free throws. You'd hate to see it, fall apart this late in the game, this important of a game.
She's got that second one, 62-53 now. And here comes Dracut and Talbot with the Jets on. Let's see. Oh, she moves right up the middle, finds some space, gets fouled. And she'll get a couple of shots now.
And that one looks to be on Melody. Melody's feet was moving, and she didn't get her feet cemented. Yep. Exactly. And so, unfortunately, that's going to cost them. Now, it's up to Dracut to see if they can get these free throws.
Oh, and the referee just chatting with Melody really quick there.
Explaining his judgment. Well, maybe he should have done it for every other foul that was called earlier on in the game.
Goes up, Talbot sinks that one. So now 62-54. 62-55, here we go. This one could be close. And another foul, I believe.
Yep. So Martin will go back to the line for 2 more free throws. And watch out, we got a minute left. We're going to have a lot of free throws coming up.
Seems like 10 minutes ago you said there were 2 minutes left.
Again, that's basketball.
56.1 seconds remaining in this one, or at least in regulation.
And now Martin, the freshman on this team, has 2 big free throws coming up.
It might very well end in a tie, by the way. It's just after the Concord-Carlisle hockey game I did. I'm not assuming anything ends at regulation anymore. And that one goes in, so that's a free throw there. So 63-55 now, back to 8 points as Martin takes her second shot.
I'm personally glad there's no ties in basketball.
And there we go, 64. Yeah, I've never been a particularly big fan of ties. And here we go. Oh, boy. Oh, nope, that was an air ball. Talbot just tried to light one up from three-point land.
Oh, that one goes off Martin, and she wishes she had that one back.
Yeah, no kidding. So that gives Dracut an extra opportunity here. And Alcazar with it now underneath. And she gets it out to Fevry. Fevry, not quite. They get it back into Alcazar now. Alcazar puts it up and no, does not fall. She can't get it to go. And here comes Martin with it now, and we've got another, looks to be a foul. Here we go again.
If I'm Dracut, though, I love that move, feeding it down into Alcazar. She has been the key reason her and Watkins have been on why Dracut's been able to, stay in this game. And so when you have a height mismatch on Alcazar over Whipple in that case, I go for that 10 times out of 10. Fortunately, the shot just didn't fall.
65 now for the Scarlet Knights, back to a 10-point lead. The thing being, though, especially you're down by 9 points, 10 now, and those shots you're putting up, though. There we go. That's the other one. So now it's 11 points, 66-55. And I know you want to go for the high percentage shots as Talbot puts one in that doesn't go. But at this point, you got to think about maybe trying to hit a few threes.
Well, I agree if you think about it, though. But they were down within single digits at that point. And say if you go for that's 7 points, it's still a 3-possession game right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point, you can't go for the 3 right there, but there's no guarantee of doing that. But if you had Alcazar, there's more. It's a higher percentage shot.
That's true.
You get the points. It's a real monkey's paw type of situation at this late in the game.
Okay, and at the line now, that's Caitlin Panos for the Scarlet Knights, and she drops the first one. 67 now for the Scarlet Knights.
I believe that's her 12th point of the game.
Wow.
Or excuse me, I believe that's her 13th.
13th. So Connors, I think, still leads with 15 or 16 or.
Connors has 17.
17. Okay, there we go. That's why I keep them around, folks. As she hits the second one, 68-55 now. It's now a 13-point lead. And here comes with it there. That's a Watkins. Watkins all the way down, just puts it right in. And then we've got a whistle.
It's timeout.
All right. So now 68-57. That's an 11-point game.
Credit to Coach Witz. He's keeping the firepower going. He's really trying to still get back in this game. And at this late in the game, I mean, I don't know. I respect it, though. He doesn't quit.
He's keeping his wits about him.
Aha, there we go.
Come on, that was such an obvious. That was a hanging curveball just over the middle of the plate, just waiting for me to swing at it. Come on.
I served it up,
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Nice little quick timeout right.
Thank you, Ralph Branca. See, now that old reference you get.
Yeah, I'm hit or miss for stuff like that.
I gotcha. And so it'll be Knights ball. They will inbound it. Panos will have it once again, and trying to get the ball around the imposing obstacle that is Elise Alcazar. And, it bounces off of, I believe was trying to steal it there was Talbot. And so here we go again.
Oh, if you're Panos, you got to get the ball over Alcazar. That's a tough challenge right there.
Yes, exactly. And, she's just going to fire all the way out. And it's stolen. And Talbot gets it.
No fouls here if you're North Andover.
Yep. And let's see, she puts it up, and she gets it. 59-68 now. It's a 9-point game. And stolen. Nice job there by Watkins. Watkins to Talbot. Puts it up. Clanks it off the front of the rim. And that's going to be it. And there we go. Final score for the game today. Scarlet Knights leading through most of the game, if not all. Just for a couple of seconds there they didn't. But there we go. The final score here today from Crozier Gymnasium. The North Andover Scarlet Knights 68 and the Dracut Middies 60. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Saturday Night. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Scarlet Knights basketball. Alongside Sam Murray, I'm Bill Robert. Thank you very much for tuning in. And don't forget to catch us another time. The boys and the girls, we cover them both, and you can see it right here on Scarlet Knights basketball, a presentation of CAM Sports.